Last time on the Freedom Guild. Having extricated themselves from the scene of yet another arson, the gang made their way to the stately manor house at the center of Harmony Hills. Along the way, the newest party member, the gnomish ranger, Rosina Riveterio, made herself as helpful as possible to the townsfolk, much to the consternation of Septimus. One arduous and emotionally draining conversation later, the gang attained discounted lodging for the evening. Before bedding down, some of the party headed up to the bar for a nightcap, only for Septimus to be confronted with the presence of his childhood tormentor, Griff. Can Abe and Libertarius calm their cowardly companion? Who is this oddly familiar bully? It's time to make like a tree and get out of here on the Freedom Guild.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Freedom Guild, where fantasy adventure meets real politic. We are your card-carrying guild members in good standing, and we are very excited to welcome you to our table. We're excited to jump back into our story, but first, let's introduce ourselves.
I am Nick. I am a half-orc paladin from the land of the Fountainhead, and my name, I suppose I should also mention, is Libertarius Beefslice the 25th. His favorite color is red, and you can find me on social media at Brigadier.
I'm Stephen Trolinger. I play Septimus Goldenmane, the High Elf Arcane Trickster, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at YourManTrollo and on TikTok at MyComedyBites.
Hey, I'm Lauren. I am playing Rosina Riveterio. She is a Fey Wanderer Ranger and a rock gnome, to be super specific. Social medias, Instagram, I'm at A Lauren Kennedy, and Twitter, I am at Lauren A Kennedy.
Hello, I am Bill Pilkonis. I will be playing Abe Satarra, the Infernal Druid. You can find me out there in the mean streets.
And I'm Rob Parry. I will be playing everything else. You can't find me, so stop looking.
Rob, while you're cutting stuff out in post, can you please refresh my memory on, unless you're going to get into it for the listeners, of, I remember we left off at a cliffhanger. I don't remember which sibling, or not sibling, or
It wasn't a sibling.
who did I run into? I'm trying to gauge how soon we might be rolling for initiative, just based on the situation before us.
It's gonna depend.
I mean, I ran out of the bar.
On how much sleeping powder Steve still has.
I ran out of the bar.
We left off with him running out of the bar.
Yeah, what happened immediately? Why'd you run out?
We don't know yet.
Oh, cool.
Well, it was because you were told that Little Griff, Tell Griffin, was in the bar. That was the person that you noticed, Nick?
Yes.
He is...
Little Griff?
Little Griff.
Lil Griff is the SoundCloud rapper.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's his name. Will Little Griff Tell Griffin.
Will Lil Griff tell Griffin? We'll have to find out next time.
I fucking knew you were going to say that.
Welcome back. Where we left off last session, the party had managed to gain access to Harmony Hills, a fortified settlement just off the main road that runs out of Tamiston and toward Plattsbridge. After an altercation with some pursuing Red Eclipse guards, the party did manage to burn down yet another large structure and escape into the throngs of people that have taken refuge outside the gates of Harmony Hill. Along the way, they have met a new friendly face, Rosina, who has sold some apparently pretty primo weed to Crunchy, and has agreed to help fill them in on this area, as she's a little more knowledgeable about it than Septimus and Libertarius are. Once inside the gates of Harmony Hill, the party made for the large central building, which acts as the commercial center for the settlement, where they managed to rent a room and headed for the main dining area in search of a much-needed and well-earned lunch. Once inside, however, Libertarius noticed a familiar face from Tamiston, another one of the scions of Tamiston's noble families, Will Little Griff Tell Griffin, sitting in the corner. And upon telling Septimus, Septimus hightailed it back out of the dining area. And that's where we're going to rejoin the party.
Cool.
And so we walk in, and Septimus just turns perfectly on his heel and leaves.
Well, after I had already announced.
Yeah,
to him, like,
he and I had sat at. I don't know what Lauren, you and Bill did, but I know Nick and I had sat at the bar.
You didn't make it to the bar.
Oh, we didn't? Oh, all right.
Nope.
No, I thought you like essentially walked in. Nick pointed out the dude, and you were.
It was like it was that. That's like when I say you turned around and ran out, that's just what happened.
I follow Septimus.
So Libertarius, if you wanted to pursue Septimus, you could just chase him out the door.
I do that. I chase him out the door.
All right.
Steve, how far have you gone? Are you still running?
I kept running.
Yeah, I kept running. I gotta change my character voice again. Like if I were to keep running, it would be to run down that grand staircase, wouldn't it, Rob?
The one that leads outside.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to split the party again so decisively.
So you are heading for the door.
Yeah. I guess I am going to do that. That's my move. Yeah. So I'm going to run. I'm just going to like take the stairs 2 at a time, like try to get out that door. Like I don't have a plan.
So let's see if you are doing the dash action, which I think this would count as, you can make it out the door before Libertarius can do something. So at a full sprint, you charge back across this entryway, almost barreling one of the attendants over as he is trying to enter, and you like shove past him to get through the doorway.
And I just sort of like duck behind the open part of the door, like in a little corner there, and like sink to, not my knees, but like sink down on my haunches, like hold my knees to myself, and I'm just hyperventilating like this. If we needed the Foley.
No, that's good.
That certainly would be taken out of context and used as my text tone every time you text me, Steve.
No, I mean, because honestly, if you don't Foley that kind of thing, I've learned it's really hard to find one that sounds right.
Rob, every time Steve does an action, regardless of what it is, please use that sound.
Done and done.
I'm like full on fetal position, need a paper bag level, like not cool at all.
Just generally losing your shit.
Yeah.
Can I catch up to him, Rob?
Oh yeah, because he's stopped as you as you kind of help the attendant back up as you walk past the door and poke your head outside, and you see him just kind of falling apart next to the doorway.
Hey, you good?
No.
Yeah, honestly, that was kind of rhetorical. Like, I've never seen someone turn on, like, their heel literally. Like, I've heard that expression. But you quite literally bolted the hell out of... So I'm assuming you know that guy, right?
I like sort of like start to crawl up him, like grab onto his, to his armor, like with my hands to like yank myself up to him, just sort of be like, You sure that was him? You sure that was Griff?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, Libertarius, you describe an absolutely enormous high elf, hulking brute of a man who is like roughly your size or even a little bigger, Libertarius, and just a slab of muscle in a bad haircut.
Dolph Lundgren.
Holy shit, I was literally just... Dolph Lundgren was in my brain right there.
Imagine Dolph Lundgren, but not charismatic.
Less charismatic than Dolph Lundgren?
So Dolph Lundgren.
Hey, maybe we're into different things. I don't know.
Did you not see that video he did where he sang a little less conversation while breaking boards with his head and hands?
That's all I needed to see, Steve.
He didn't even know he was being filmed when that happened. All right.
I can't go back in there, man. I can't go back in there if that's him. I can't. He can't see me. He can't see me.
Wait. Why? Like, I know there's a lot of interfamilial grief happening, but why can't he see you?
You don't understand. He was Primus's lapdog. He made sure I was miserable even if I was outside the tower. I wasn't safe anywhere.
Like how? How? Give me one specific example of how he made you miserable.
If I wasn't inside the tower, my brothers couldn't make my life miserable. Primus made sure that Griff, whenever I was outside the tower, made my life as miserable as it could be inside the tower. This one time...
I mean, that was long ago, though, right?
No, up until like maybe a week ago.
Okay, that's pretty recent.
This one time, at an all-cruise banquet, he spiked my soup with fernal root. I had hellfire coming out of both ends of me the rest of the night.
Now, I mean, that's pretty hilarious, man.
Well, Jesus, Abe!
Did you wander out, Abe?
Oh yeah. But I mean, Fred, you got a bully. I can go talk with him.
No, don't. No. Oh, God. During my society debut, he hobbled me with a fire poker right before my dance with Shannara Dracus.
Oh, not Shannara. I feel like you mentioned her at least once. Look, man, these are all things that, like, you'll laugh at in, like, 3 or 4 years.
No, you don't understand. This man made my life a living hell. There was nowhere I could go that was safe.
But look, you
really,
Oh, no, go ahead, Abe. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I mean, hey, no problem, man. You have a better rapport with him anyway. Just saying, it seems like you have an awfully blessed life to be complaining that you were bullied while you were still living in a skyscraper, man.
I whip to Abe and I go, look, man, everybody's pain is different. My pain doesn't have to equal your pain, but we both have pain.
Just out of curiosity, Rosie, did you wander back out too?
Can everyone be behind Septimus?
I wasn't planning on it, but if everyone else did, I'm going to go ahead and be there too.
I like the idea that like, yeah, Rosie just...
I'm just up there chilling with the beer. I'm just like, I don't know where they went, but...
Well, that works too. We'll just,
Great.
let's save that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as they're doing that, yeah, Rosie heads to the bar.
Excellent.
We'll cut to Rosie shortly.
What is he doing here? I come all this way and he's here? How?
Okay, now hold on. Like, let's try to figure this out. Okay, there's a ton of reasons he could be here. Is there a chance he's looking for you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just like he could be, or it could just be the gods that I have scorned for so long and decided to play one last cruel jape on me.
I mean, Primus isn't looking for you, right? Like he's busy with his own trying to get control of things, right?
I don't. He could be.
I think this might actually be an insight check.
For me or
Septimus.
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Could be.
I'm sitting there like rocking back and forth. I've taken my hat off and I'm clutching it to my chest.
All right, you know what? Fair enough. We if we don't know, we don't know. Now he does not recognize any of us, right? Like he doesn't know me. He obviously doesn't know Rosie. Doesn't know Abe. So we can operate with some degree of anonymity, though, right, Septimus?
Anonymity, yes. Subtlety, no.
Well, that feels a little editorializing, but it's neither here nor there. But if you disguise yourself, because you still have the ability to do that, right?
I look at the hat that I've been clutching so tightly in my hands and go, son of a bitch.
I'm just saying.
I forgot I could disguise myself the whole time.
Exactly. So why don't you disguise yourself out here, collect yourself, take a minute if you need to, because it's important, and we can go back up there and just see if we can figure out what the vibe is, kind of see why this guy is here.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, which is just blowing my mind right now that I said that about you. I just look, we each have our skills, and typically this isn't yours, so this is a good moment for you. I want to acknowledge that.
Okay, it doesn't all have to be backhanded, but...
I don't know what you're talking about. This is me trying.
All right, we're all works in progress. So, okay. Disguise yourself like...
You said something about a friend you had or he knew or something. Oh, was it Primus? Why don't you dress up like him? Maybe you just engage him as a buddy.
Well, Primus is my eldest brother who hates me and wants me dead, and I also hate him and mostly want him dead. Plus, I don't I don't hang out with them, so I worry that I will accidentally say something incorrectly, and he will get
But
suspicious.
you won't know if you don't try.
And it seems you worry about a lot of stuff you don't do.
Okay, all right, I hear it now. I hear what I've been doing now. I guess it just takes someone else to show you your own faults. All right, so I guess I'll try. I'll try that. I'll try. Rob, did we do Primus voice?
The way I did the Primus voice is, he was the closest to your father, but younger and a little more heroic.
All right, I'll do that.
Something like
All right.
this.
I put the hat back on. And I disguise myself as Primus Goldenmane.
In a flash, you are transformed by a glamour that is making you appear to be your eldest brother, Primus. You look to be standing maybe just a couple inches taller, a little straighter, and I guess how would you have him dressed?
Gold and black finery.
So,
But traveling clothes, like nice traveling clothes, like somebody decided to go glamping.
So really, really nice road wear in the Goldenmane colors.
Yeah.
All right. Do an intelligence check for me.
Who?
Sorry, Septimus.
22.
On a 22, you recall, according to the description Modicus gave you, the last time he had seen Primus, he had a bandaged nose.
Oh, right, because I tied his shoelaces together and almost killed him.
You tripped him down a flight of
Oh my
stairs.
god, I almost forgot.
So he had a broken nose. So you recall that at the last second and kind of give the hat another twist, and you create the bandage nose.
Okay. When you did the voice, Rob, was it before or after he had the bandaged nose?
After.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Yeah, I don't think he was seriously.
Because I was totally going to do like, Griff,
You can if you want to. It's up to Septimus how he wants to play his brother.
Not with that 22 intelligence check. That would be suicide.
All right.
All right. I guess we go back upstairs.
Okay. So as you guys are sorting that out outstairs, back in the dining area, as you guys run right back out, Rosie kind of shrugs and heads for the bar. As she approaches the bar, Lauren, you see there are a number of patrons. The thing that really jumps out at you about this bar is it is full of elves. You're like the only gnome in here. And most of the patrons in here are very, very well dressed. If they're not nobility, they look to be wealthy merchants.
Okay. Are they giving me any kind of looks, or are they passing the vibe check, or are they just kind of like looking down at me?
Actually, it seems like they're not really noticing you.
Cool.
Everyone here is having a good time, and you're not drawing a lot of attention to yourself. I think
right.
Rosie's pretty chill as a baseline. As you are walking toward the bar, the only other person too that is jumping out at you, there is a human woman who is the only other non-elf, is playing some kind of card game with a bunch of elves at a table, and they seem to be having a really good time, but they're being very loud, and she's standing up, she's smoking a cigar, she's like pulling a big pile of poker chips toward her. So she's drawing a lot of the attention in the room too, which is kind of helping you roll through.
Okay. Did I happen to notice what Septimus was reacting to, or who he was reacting to?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. That's going to be 22.
You did, actually. Rosie is a pretty observant person, and she kind of has a knack for reading people, kind of does it automatically. So as you guys walked in, you saw Libertarius freeze. You saw him make eye contact with the biggest elf you have ever seen, who is slamming an empty flagon on the table on the far side of the room, laughing obnoxiously, surrounded by a bunch of other pretty mean-looking elves dressed in similar colors. You saw him notice that guy, and then you saw him turn around and say something to Septimus, and then you saw Septimus run out,
Got
and then
it.
Libertarius ran out, and then Abe followed after.
And then where is he sitting in relation to the human?
So the human is about halfway down this room,
Okay.
roughly in the center of the room. He is all the way at the end of the far right wall from where you are.
Okay. All right. So there is looks like there's some seats available at the round table immediately to the right of the bar.
Yep.
I think I want to go. I want to grab a beer, pay the tab, sit at that table with my back towards the gentleman that scared my newfound friend, as if I am watching the human from a distance play this card game.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's a little presumptive. We just met like 20 minutes before this, friend.
Everyone's my friend, man.
You're the one building up walls, dude.
Right, I forgot. I collect stone of burnouts now. I forgot.
So yeah, as you approach the bar, you head toward the nearest open seat. To the left of you, you see a couple of older elves quietly conversing. They're also watching the card game that's happening not too far from them. And then to your right, you see there are two of those finely dressed elves are kind of huddled and whispering and speaking to a gentleman behind the bar, another elf. The two that are seated on your side, the two patrons, look to be old. Not ancient by, even by elven standards, but they look to be, quite old and refined. The elf that's behind the bar is younger, sort of a young, handsome gentleman. They're whispering amongst themselves, and you don't see anybody else behind the bar.
Okay, so I will, as casually as I can, walk up in a demeanor that is by no means rushing the barkeep. And before I'm able to grab my beer, I just want to kind of see if I can hear maybe what they're whispering about.
Sure. As you approach, do a stealth check to see if you can go unnoticed.
21.
You do. Quite as a church mouse, Rosie sneaks up, kind of clambers up onto the bar stool, which is made for a high elf, so requires a little bit of climbing on your part.
Quiet clambering.
And you listen in. You hear the old elf woman say, "And what exactly would you have us do, Mr. Garrett?" And the young elf says, "Adapt, Miss Sinclair. I'd have us adapt. Matthias, you are always going on and on about how you need more workers." The old gentleman elf says, "Workers, my boy, not neighbors. Not residents," the old woman says. "We don't have the room." The young man scoffs. He says, "There's plenty of room back in the ruins? Godspeed, Garrett. If they start poking around back there, who knows what they'll flush out."
I gently whisper, "I knew it." And that's it.
The old woman says, "And the power concerns alone. Never mind the filth of these." And then when you say, "I knew it,"
Damn it.
she looks over and she says, "Oh, Garrett, you have a customer."
I immediately start patting my pockets as if I was talking about something entirely unrelated to their conversation, and they go, "Whew, I got it right here." And then I hold up my wallet.
The young elf, you see him shoot a glare toward the old woman, and then when he turns to you, he smiles warmly, and he says, "Oh, that's good. I'd hate to have to go hunting down a coin purse. It's been so crowded lately. How can we help you? Are you must be a traveler off the road."
Yes, I'm a little breathless. These stools are a little heavy here. I'd just like a...
Yeah, sorry about that. We're still making do with everything we found,
Hey, it seems like a jolly place, and I'd love to have one of your finest pilsners.
Oh, absolutely. And as he turns around, he begins to pour one out of a big keg that's situated behind him. As he's pouring the glass, he says, "Oh, yeah, thank you. We try, even though most of the things in here are older than I am." He says, "Did you want that cold?"
Please.
And he gives a ting with his finger against the glass, and you see there's a brief flash of arcane energy, and you see frost grow up around the edges, and it takes on like a frosted sheen, and he slides it across the bar to you, and he says, "To be 1 silver piece, please."
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and assume I have 1 silver piece.
We didn't actually work out your starting wealth, did we?
Yeah, I don't think we did. Let me double check my character
We'll
sheet.
do that quick. Roll a d4 for me.
All right, rolled a 4.
Okay, nice. So that's 4 gold pieces that you're starting with.
Cool.
And the way that, as a refresher, the way I try to keep the economy so I can make sense of it in my head, a copper piece is like $1, a silver piece is like $10, and then a gold piece is like $100. So you can take those 4 gold pieces and break them up however you want.
Silver was 10?
Yeah, so 1,
Okay.
10, and 100.
Cool. All right, well, I will make sure I make note that I am getting rid of 1 silver, and I will figure out how I want to dally that up a little bit later. I take a sip, and then I set the beer down, and I kind of let my shoulders fall. I made sure when I paid that I was careful to kind of hide the rest of what was in my wallet, and I just go, "Oh man, times are tough. I just anywhere looking for some workers? Could really use some extra money."
The young man, still smiling, looks over and says, "You're going to want to talk to Matthias there. Matthias, I got somebody here looking for work." The old gentleman elf turns in his seat. You see he is taking out a pipe, and he is lighting it as he puffs on it. He looks down. He's an older gentleman. He's a little heavy set, but broad-shouldered. He looks like, even for his age, he looks like he's still pretty well built. And he looks down at you and says, "Oh, yes, I'm sorry, young lady. I don't know if you're going to be quite what I'm looking for. I need farm hands, people that can work the fields."
You looking for farmers?
Farmers, yes, that is. We are doing our best, but I having a bit of a labor shortage. You know how it is. Where are you from? I take it you came along with the wagon trains outside, and Captain Bosley let you in?
That's exactly it. Well, that's just my luck. I guess I'll just sit here and enjoy this beer.
Do you have any experience farming?
Do I?
Freeze cut.
That might be a good place to cut back to you guys. This gotta work.
Smash cut to Rosie just playing Stardew Valley for hours.
Back outside, Septimus has glamored himself as Primus and is heading back inside. As you re-enter the dining
Rob,
area...
I get to the door and then stop.
Okay.
Just that I don't, like, the kind of thing where, like, I stop because I look like I want to go in, but my body isn't letting me go in. So just...
I will cast Druidcraft to put a puff of air behind him and make the door pop open.
Does Druidcraft do a puff of air?
Yes, it does. A harmless puff of air. An instantaneous harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of a skunk.
So yes, Abe creates a brief gust of wind, which swings the door open so that it kind of bangs on the wall, and a couple of people look over and notice you standing there.
And then I just walk. I just start walking
forward.
Like, I'm not trying to get Griff's attention. You're just trying to pass.
As his employer, essentially.
Yes.
Rosie, as you were having your conversation with the gentleman that was introduced to you as Matthias, you kind of look over his shoulder. You see another elf walk in that is dressed like the guy you just met, flanked on either side by his 2 companions, Libertarius and Abe. You see them walking across the dining room floor.
He looks like the guy I'm talking to?
He doesn't look like the guy you're talking to. You don't recognize him now. It looks like an elf that is dressed like Septimus was dressed, in the same colors, but not the same clothes.
Considering how wonderfully perceptive I am, can I go ahead and roll to see if I can click it into place?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Dang. All right. 23.
You see the guys, the color scheme matches, and you figure these guys are whipping out all kinds of crazy magic stuff. It's not nuts that he could glamour himself. That's probably what happened.
I catch her eyes seeing me. Like, I catch her, like, noticing me and figuring that out, and then I just do, like, with my hands, I go, like, I just try to wave her off, just like, don't ask.
All right. I turn back to Matthias. Is that his name?
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias. And I go, I have quite a bit of experience gardening. I know I am very small, but I am very knowledgeable in the art of harvesting crops, if that is what you're looking for. I may not be much as far as machinery goes, but I know my stuff.
Do a persuasion check.
13.
Okay. Yeah, he considers you. He takes a puff off of his pipe and says, gardening is not exactly what I'm looking for, but, well, yeah, I suppose as long as you're here, tomorrow morning, you can head out to the fields, find Hal Thistle, he's one of my men. He'll see if we can find a use for you.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is the best day ever. I'll leave you to it. Thank you again. And I kind of take my beer and I get up and I walk over towards where the guy that scared my friend is.
So then you are, okay, back to your plan. You walk across the bar.
Rosie side quest accomplished. Get a job.
As you approach the round table that sits in the center of the room, the one that's closest to the far wall where Griff is sitting. It is a large kind of communal table. There's an older elf couple which is sitting. They kind of give you a kind of a weird look as you smile and sit down on the other side, but then they go back to conversing amongst themselves. And you sit with your back to him like you are watching the human woman across the room play cards.
Can I hear him?
The first thing you notice about this Griff fellow is he is very loud. He has a cackling, obnoxious laugh, and you hear him clapping the gentleman next to him on the back, banging his hand against the table as he says, I know! Can you believe that? Did you get to load all those people outside? Oh, man. God, it's a good thing we got rid of some of the trash in this city. I can't wait to rebuild Tamiston and make it a proper elven town. And they all laugh and nod along.
Well, I sink a little bit lower into my seat there. I think I kind of want to just stay as close to this guy as I can, hear what I can of his conversation, and keep an eye on my friends and see, just make sure,
And you could, as you continue to eavesdrop on him, it is a lot of more boisterous yelling. Pretty much just a loud smattering of lewd jokes,
Casual racism,
and recounting of stories of talking about fights that they've been in. Kind of, you're getting the impression it's not a particularly friendly crowd of guys.
Cool. And as someone who's not much of a drinker, they prefer the herb. Rosie is actually already getting a little tipsy, and she's like a quarter of the way done with her little Pilsner here. So,
hey, do a Constitution check for me.
12.
Yeah, it's tipsy. Definitely
Good buzz.
Good buzz.
Getting a little rosy in the cheeks.
Nice.
Cool.
From where we're sitting on the other side of the bar, I'm assuming we hear the guffawing and all the carrying on, but are we getting any of the specifics like Rosie was hearing?
You've only just walked inside. You're still standing in the middle of the room.
I'm very hesitant to continue to walk into the room. The two of you have to push me.
I gently push him forward.
Okay, then yeah, we're not even going to roll for that. Libertarius can definitely push.
Yeah, I have +5 athletics. I'll just push him forward.
Yeah, that's not even going to be a contest. So Libertarius kind of puts one hand on your shoulder, doing that thing like he's, as a bodyguard, like he's trying to keep an eye on you and get you through a crowd. But all he's actually doing is just pushing you forward and steering you. Libertarius, where are you moving Septimus to?
I am moving Septimus to that one unoccupied table that listeners can't see, but I can. There's one table I'm seeing kind of in the middle of the room, close to where Rosie is, but not quite that close.
The 6 tables that sit in the middle of the room, one of them that is more toward the center is unoccupied.
Yes, I'm going to push him towards that table.
It's too close. It's too close. It's too close.
Oh, it's fine. It's equidistant.
Seating him with his back to both doors. Abe, are you following them?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right. And you, Abe, take up a seat on the other side. So the 3 of you are flanking. As you sit down, a elvish barmaiden walks up and she says, "Oh, hi. How can we help you? Welcome to the club. You look like travelers. Are you you came in with one of the groups off the road, huh?"
Well, yes, we certainly did. We got let in earlier today and just got ourselves a room, and we're coming here to relax and stretch our legs out for a bit.
Exactly what he said.
I'm hunkering between the two of them so that my profile cannot be seen with them on either side of me.
She when she sees you, Abe, she not in a bad way, but she you can see the look of surprise on her face, and then like she smiles, she says, "My, where I don't think I've ever met anyone like you. Are you from Tamiston originally?"
No, can't say as I am, ma'am. I come from just outside of Sand Citadel originally, but spend most of my life in the woods.
Oh, wow. I'll be honest. I really haven't gotten all that far outside the walls. It's I know it gets pretty dangerous out there. Well, oh gosh. Speaking of, you all must be famished. What can I get you?
Well, what are you guys suggesting? I know you seem to be maintaining a healthy little community. What's good?
I'd recommend the pheasant. That's the special today. And we mix that up. We can get that with some mixed vegetables straight out of the field. I know Mr. Bosley grows some of the finest produce on this side of the river.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Honestly, yeah, 3. We'll have 3 of them.
All right, I'll be right back. Anything to drink?
Anything on tap?
Again, yeah, dealer's choice, man.
We're wildly open-minded. Whatever you recommend.
When he says that, Abe puts a hand on her shoulder. Wildly open-minded, man.
She smiles and she says, "Oh, okay," and heads back to the bar.
She has never seen anyone who isn't an elf, and a horned demon creature just made a pass at her.
And according to the roll, she didn't mind. So.
Oh, so that seems
Wow,
problematic.
that's not how consent works in real
That
life.
seems problematic.
If I have to pretend to be the barmaid, the dice have to tell me how I feel. That's the only way I can do this.
If she didn't like it, then why'd she roll a 20?
It's okay, everyone. Lauren's laughing at it. It's funny. It's okay.
It was okay until you said that.
Oh, shit.
Is this why you guys invited me on, so you could get away with sexual harassment jokes?
100%, yes. Yes.
Get away with? No. Make sure we weren't already screwing ourselves? Yes.
I just thought you needed another spellcaster. So.
Or that. Abe, honestly, I thought you were nailing it up until that really last minute thing.
Sorry, friend. I got a little excited.
Look, it's okay. Look, we all could have died earlier today. I get it. Like, emotions running a little high. But no, Septimus. Oh, shit, I probably shouldn't call you that.
No, you really fucking shouldn't.
So Primus. I'm going to call you Primus.
I thought your name was Dusty. Wasn't it Dusty? Captain Dusty?
Oh, God.
Moondust. Oh, Moondust. Yeah, that's right. We're calling you Captain Moondust. Holy shit. What a name.
Wait, why the hell did I listen to you? Why the hell did I listen to you two? I could have just made up a guy. I could have made myself Captain Moondust and just come up with a guy. Why'd I dress as my own brother?
I was gonna say, of all the ways to keep a low profile, but I'm like, okay, Septimus is a smart cookie. I'm sure he's got some master plan. But now we're trying to hide your goddamn brother when your employee.
No, you saw what it was like outside. I was not thinking clearly. And this one, and I point to Abe, this one came up with an idea and I just went with it.
You just met me.
I don't know if you've forgotten, but I don't know, an hour has elapsed in the past. Libertarius almost said 3 episodes, but.
Rob, did anyone see me yet?
I was about to say, as you guys begin arguing amongst yourselves,
Fuck.
little Griff just rolled a nat 20 on his perception. So, as you guys are arguing amongst yourselves, first taking notice when he heard a fellow large, loud gentleman, Libertarius, yell Primus. Little Griff stands up from the table, leans forward, and says, "Holy shit, Primo!"
Oh God.
I have a second where I
do.
freeze, and then with the consummate ability of a man who has pretended to be everyone else but himself, a consummate actor, I have that. After that second, I immediately stand up and go, "Tell Griffin, you son of a whore!"
He looks over toward the guard next to him, and Griff says, "Go get us some drinks." And as he pushes past him, he bumps against the table, shoving it like a foot away from the wall, not seeming to notice, as he rushes across the floor, barreling towards you, and he slaps you on the back.
I would like to predator handshake. Can we predator handshake?
You can go for the predator handshake, but that's gonna be a strength check.
Shit.
To successfully execute it.
I'm not going to do that then.
All right, so you think about it and you hesitate, and he just claps you on the back, and it hurts. What the hell are you doing here, buddy?
I'm out here.
I get it. Now you're the big man, right? Sitting on the throne.
I go where the fuck I want.
That's what I love about you, man. Now, seriously though, are you coming in to horn in on our negotiations?
Of course not. I'm out. I heard that my shit brother made his way out of the city, and I'm trying to hunt his punk ass down.
Oh, wait, which one?
You know, the shitty one, the really little one. Remember that time you kneecapped him with the fire poker at his debutante?
Oh, Septimus?
Yeah, fucking Septimus.
The beetle squirt? That butthead? Oh, the fuck's he doing out here?
Running from me, that's what he's doing.
Guess he can't be as dumb as he looks.
Oh, he is. He is.
I fucking hate that kid.
What a piece of shit.
Oh, man. Oh, wow, that's crazy. He points over. I'm just on the way back with the boys. We got some pretty important meetings for my dad. You know, we got a lot going on in the city. I just want you to know. And he locks eyes with you, and he brings you in. Whatever might need to happen. With all this, I love you. I'm not going to hold back. That's just life. That's war. And it is what it is. But I want you to know, even if I kill the rest of your family, everyone else you know, you will always have a place back at my tower.
Can I roll an insight check to see how I should respond to this?
Yeah.
I think you should just kiss to be safe.
17.
He seems sincere. Frighteningly, uncomfortably sincere.
Can I do or maybe not insight, is there a check I can do using my knowledge of my brother to try to figure out how he would respond?
No, that would be insight. And on a 17, I think you would know Primus, he would respond in kind.
Okay. All right. Can I tell you something?
Anything.
No matter what happens, no matter how many members of my family and yours that I put to the torch, I will always love you.
That's what I fucking love about you, man.
That's what I fucking love about you. You get it.
And he claps you on the back and he brings you in for a big bear hug.
While they're doing their little bear hug and he's the scary man is distracted, can I make my way over closer to their table as if I'm now watching the card game, although I'm really, just trying to get closer to them?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Beer in hand.
Yes.
You kind of wander over, and you're kind of maybe a step away, like you're
Yeah.
at the table, but you're now near the table.
Would it be weird if I was closer to the table?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, I want to be a little bit closer to people because I don't want him to see me, a non-elf out there.
Do you want to try to just sidle up next to Abe?
The two only non-elves in the building.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of you make your way. Give us another stealth check just to see that. We'll use that to see how well you blend in.
11.
Yeah, you're out there.
Cool.
But Griff does not notice you. He is still
Cool.
on Primus, and he continues. He says, "All right, well, tell you what, Primo. Where is the little shit? Did you find him? Where's any leads?"
No, not yet. But I know he was on his way towards Sant Citadel. Last I heard.
No kidding. Well, I didn't see him on the road. He must have taken a different route.
Yeah, he's sneaky. That's his only thing. Is he's a sneaky little shit.
Yeah, he's a weird little creep. It's always sneaking around. I hate that kid.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
Fucking butthead.
Yeah, fucking butthead.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. I mean, I know we got some tension back at home, but if you want, I got my company. You could send the Red Talon after him. I'd give you the family discount, of course.
No need to do that. I don't know where this voice is going. No. Hold on.
It started as like a Patrick Warburton sort of thing,
Yeah.
but now it's kind of become, I don't know, like Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's perfectly in keeping that Septimus would have trouble keeping the voice down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be the one. Heroic. There we go. I want to be the one to nail that little shit into the ground like a, nail. I'm not good at metaphors. He is. And, that's dumb, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I fucking hate that stuff.
Yeah. Books. Shit.
That's some kind of pussy words.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't recognize green guy. I don't recognize you. You got a new bodyguard?
Yeah,
or something?
this is my muscle. Used to work for Septimus, but I bought him over to the right side of things.
He paid a fair market price. Who am I to argue?
Not bad. And Griff puts a hand on your shoulder, Abe, and he kind of like gives you a little push. He says, "Hey, you. Why don't you shove off and try to talk to my friend here? I need that chair."
You're gonna wanna calm the hell down when you're talking to my friend here. And I will shoot my eyes over and glare at him right in the eyes. And as I do, I'm gonna cast so yeah, let me roll that.
But why?
Because your friend just fucking touched me.
But stealth.
He can touch me. What do you mean, but still?
But my clever ruse.
It wasn't that clever.
It was my clever ruse that you listened to for some dumbass reason. All right, so you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible psychic pain. They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
He's not great at that. And what's your spell save DC right now?
14.
Doesn't matter, though. He actually got a nat 20.
Oh, very good. So on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. Blah, 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 blah. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay.
So that's what? 10, so 5 damage. 5 psychic damage.
Okay. As you look up at Griff, suddenly his eyes slam shut. He grabs his head and goes, "Oh! The fuck was that? You fucking freak! What did you just do to me?"
I told you, man, to let me sit here. Don't go pushing me out of my chair.
He backhands you. Does a 23 hit?
Sure does.
And he hits you for 4 bludgeoning damage. Give me a strength saving throw to see if you can not get knocked out of the seat.
All right. That's a 14.
That's enough. Yeah, he sends you reeling, but you stay in the seat.
Now, friend, there's a chair right over there. Please just have a seat at the other side of the table.
He's doing an insight check. Ooh. He looks down at you, and then he looks over at Primus, and he also catches sight of Rosie as you go flying. And he says, "Wait a second. Did this fucking freak just say he was your friend? Primo, where are your guards?"
Well, you know, I heard a... What is this voice? It's okay, I'm a professional voice actor. Well, you know, there were some issues with my guards. I was a little concerned about their loyalty, so I've called in some outside help. I pay them well enough, I don't have to worry about them. But they need to learn their place, and then I give like a gentle shove. Like not enough to like hurt him, but just like to try to put on a show.
I'm staring straight ahead. I don't think they're talking to me, and I give a little hiccup. Not making eye contact.
Wait a minute. So you expect me to believe that Primo is going to walk in here with an orc, whatever the fuck this thing is, and a gnome? That's not the Primo I know.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm super racist at them all the time.
You could be sure of that, bud.
Griff grabs you by your lapels and lifts you off the ground, seemingly effortlessly. And as he reaches through, he can see through the glamour as he brings you up to meet him face to face and look you in the eye. And you just see this wide smile cross his face as he bares these crooked teeth. And he just says, "Oh, what's up, Beatles shit? How are you, butthead?"